I can't comment on stuff like that.
The last time we talked, you were coming out of a fire, and then today you're coming out of another fire. And
Who coming out of fire? Like a firefighter?
no,
Oh, yeah. No, wait. When you say me coming out of fire, I ain't coming out of nothing.
proximity to.
Yeah, but the best thing about proximity is I got a suit on, got a firefighter suit on,
Okay, okay,
anti-burn. No.
okay. That's good. That's good.
Yeah. I didn't know what to say. You can't tell a man how to respond, right? That's one thing you can't do. When they feel a certain way, right? Whatever actions you put, if that person wants to respond, that person wants to respond. So, there's just details in it where, the video itself, where the guy was saying it, he wasn't actually working with us yet with Gils Arena. He was reading comments, and so this was a few years ago. So he was reading.
Oh, this isn't
Yeah,
recent. This isn't
it
recent.
wasn't it wasn't recent. It was
Okay,
it was pushed to Kenyon like it actually was recent, but
okay.
it wasn't a recent thing. He wasn't on the staff, and I guess he was like defending me in a sense, and he was reading comments and going off the comments, and then he said that about Kenyon.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
after the fact, he met Kenyon when he came and started working for the company and stuff like that, and him and Kenyon became good. So, the people who held on to it, oh, we're gonna do this, we're gonna get it to Kenyon. And then, I guess since it came, to light, like, oh, we have the video. And then that's when he tried to apologize to Kenyon. So but since Kenyon never seen it, he just thought, oh yeah, well, don't worry about it. Now, he's seeing it, and so now he thinks, oh yeah, I had you in my house, I had you in my family, my kids, So it's one of those things where it's like, well, no, and it was before, and I had to check, because my dad, watches all that down below level content where they down there beefing, doxing each other, recording, they edit to make it look certain ways. So my dad was like, no, I watched that episode because I was like, ooh, wait, whoa, you know, so he was,
Okay, I gotta check in.
my pop said, hey, no, it was not near. This when he was living here.
Yeah. Okay.
I was
All right.
confused. Like, yeah. When he started saying I had a family, we all looking like I had a family. I was around the kids. I was around the family. Like, who is he talking about? What we do?
I was yeah. I was. I think. What's that Tyra Banks thing? Raise your hand if you were afraid. I was afraid watching it live. I'm taking notes for the day,
I dropped
and
my.
then all of a sudden I stopped. I said, "No, hold on, what did I do?"
Yeah, we was all like, and when you start reading it, everybody's like, oh, it wasn't me. Okay, cool. I mean, at that point, we didn't care what was happening, long as it wasn't us. It's kind of like this side of the room, because I was sitting like, I don't remember saying anything, but who knows? And then he called somebody else in. I'm like, oh shit, is he like gonna like second it? Right? and then they started reading. And I'm like,
When I knew things were good
it
though.
ain't us, huh?
I knew things were good because he never stood up. If Kenyon would have stood up, that's when I was gonna be like, oh man, okay, hold on now. They might be.
Yeah, yeah, I was more afraid then. Like you calm and just sitting down, like you have no fear, like of nothing. Like if you, I did it, and then just ran off. He didn't worry about none of that. But
It is what it is.
it's just I didn't I haven't talked to George, but I remember when George not when he said it, but when it started coming back up, I'm like, yo, hey, And then I was like, well, you're around Kenyon now. You gotta let him know.
I face that. Yeah.
It's one of those things. So he did try to apologize to Kenyon. I guess Kenyon didn't know what he was talking about, so the apology really didn't mean anything. I guess that's I can't comment on stuff like that. I can't intervene on things like that because it's like I don't know what's going on. I don't know your conversations you guys had. I don't know your relationship you guys had. All I can do is, hey, as long as ain't nobody trying to throw no punches, if you got to get it off the chest, got to get it off your chest. And then, when I was driving home, I was thinking like, did he have to do it on Gills Arena? And then it's like, well, if this entity did it live, how can I say you can't do it live? No matter the audience, you know what I mean?
I didn't see a problem with that. People thought that there was like, oh, why would he do this on? I'm like, come on now, it makes sense. It makes sense.
You put it like this. I can't say it was wrong. I can't say it was right. Like I'm really on the fence of this. Like it's like, okay, his was live. Okay, 100 people, right? No one's seen this, right? It's just those guys clipped it and kept it, right? So you could address it on YouTube, could address it, but if you decided to address it here, I can't say, well, hey, that's fucked up. I can't. That's not my place. That's
Okay,
what I said. I can't tell you how to react on something.
Let's do this. Let's do this. All right. If I make a clip about you and you see it, and then you want to bring it to me, let's not do it while we're doing the recording. Let's do it offline.
Well, the difference between that is, motherfucker, you get to edit. That's the difference. You get to edit out, so you ain't really got to worry about it.
I'll leave it in. Fuck it. I'll leave it in.
Fuck it, I'll leave it in. Put my chest up.
Yeah.
Nah, but you know what? You know what it is. I don't know if it got. I don't know if it got clipped out.
It did, but by the time it happens
Well,
live, so
then it's dumb. It's
yeah.
worthless to us now, in the sense of this. What happened was real. It was a real thing, real emotions, right? Real reactions. Why would you take it off of our platform from us getting 700,000 views and everybody else is going to get it? Right. So now we're editing true feelings.
Yeah.
Right. One man felt hurt, the other man is feeling. I'm sorry. I tried. Even though you didn't see it, I still tried to make it right. Something I did when I wasn't here. I didn't know you. We've never met. Right. I judged you. I made fun of you. And then when I got to know you, like, oh hell, shit. This is a good dude. Hey, I'm trying to make it right. So that's real. That's a real situation.
And for what it's worth, I think it now looks worse than I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. I don't know if he's gonna be there tomorrow or not. He probably will be, but it looks worse than what it would be now, simply due to the fact that 10 seconds after the show finished, it was cut out. So I don't know, man. It is what it is. What's the weather like over there?
It was hot. It was hot. Woo! Listen, I drop my Kenyon every day. Oh shit.
But not. I'm talking literally about in LA. What's the
Literally,
weather
it was
like?
hot in there. If you was there, you would have known it was hot.
Oh my god. Okay.
Shit.
Well,